Josh Gad's breakthrough performance in the Book of Mormon and Frozen made him a comedy superstar. He now continues to show off his many talents with a heartwarming and hilarious new memoir, In Gad We Trust.
Oh, that's a good title.
A tell some. That's what this is called. Please welcome back the most fabulous Josh Gad. So, Josh, you just came from LA, right? You've been in LA.
I did, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for your incredible coverage. It's the worst disaster I've ever seen in my life. I personally know 15 families who have lost their homes. We're housing, including our dear friends Billy Crystal and Janice. They lost everything. That house was a museum, and it's all gone. My heart breaks for the people of Southern California. If you're interested, please go onto my Instagram page, Josh Gad. There's a list of resources, places where you can donate.
Yeah.
Everybody needs help right now. I am donating proceeds from my book to recovery efforts. It's thank you, unnecessary, but it's the worst thing I've ever lived through, and it's ongoing. I almost canceled this tour because my family's there right now. Yeah. My wife insisted on me going, mainly because she doesn't like me in the house. So I'm here. But yeah, thank you all. But that being said, so happy to be with you guys. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for being here. No, and thank you, Josh, for your words. This book, In God We Trust, great title, as Joy pointed out, is really funny. It's full of fun Hollywood anecdotes, but it's also very vulnerable. You open up about struggling with anxiety disorder, body image, things I think everyone can relate to. What made you want to write this book now?
Well, I got paid. And it was easier than paying a therapist to talk through these issues. But, you know, I wasn't looking to write, I'm such an idiot. I wasn't looking to write a memoir. I'm 43 years old. And my agent calls me up and he goes, I think you should write like a book about yourself. And I said, do you know something I don't? Have you seen blood work that I haven't seen yet? Am I on my way out? And he goes, no, but I think you have a story that may inspire others. And I do. I have issues of general anxiety disorder, which is hilarious because my last name is Gad. And issues, body image issues. And, you know, I find that humor, self-deprecation is a way of combating these issues. I wanted to put that in a book. And so that was the inspiration for Gad We Trust.
Like many comedians,
yes.
we all use humor as a sort of a defense mechanism against the depressing families we come from.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. So my story was, my parents got divorced when I was 6. Is there like a legal typer in here right now?
Right.
I hear like somebody like it's
it's our AC. It gets me.
That is the fun. I'm like, are we doing a
transcribing?
It's Josh, it's the rats in the ceiling. The New York rats.
I feel like I'm in 1940s Calabria right now in like a trial. So it's a little callback. So I was watching the episode. So yeah, my dad left my family to start another family when I was 6 years old. Thanks, Dad.
That's big of him.
Yeah, very big of him.
That's a big one.
And so my mom fell into a deep, dark depression. And I saw a comedy show in the Catskill Mountains. There we are.
Look at you.
Your mom's
very 1980s Narcos picture of me and my family. And so I went to a comedy show in the Catskills, and I saw a Borscht Belt comedian, and I didn't know what the hell any of the jokes were, but I fell in love with the feeling of laughter, and I started laughing so hard, and I said, I want to do that. And I started just making my mom laugh. And I saw it lifting up her spirits.
Oh, wow.
And it really felt like a superhero power. And I was like, I gotta do this with my life. Basically, because I'm incapable of doing anything else with my life.
We all are. We all feel the same. What else can we do?
Hello.
But, you know, I got into trouble when I was a kid in school because I was always starting little things going on and making fun of this and that. Stop it. But like, for instance, you don't get on the honor roll, even though you have a good average, because you're always talking in class. Did you get into trouble?
In first grade, my mother was called in by the teachers because apparently I would walk into class late for some reason. And first, what the hell was I doing? And I would walk in late and I would look at my teacher and go, "Hiya, Toots." I don't know why that was happening. There's a story where I came in one day and I said, "Lucy, I'm home." Like, my teachers were like, this is very disruptive behavior. And also, where is he coming from that he's late every day?
Well, you stopped off to try some material out, and then you get, yes, that's how that worked.
I did.
like it.
Now, do you know one of the inspirations for my comedy? A little show called Comic Relief.
Oh, yes.
Comic Relief.
Yes.
Comic Relief 5, greatest 2 hours of comedy you will ever see in your life. I recorded it on my VHS. I watched it over and over again. Whoopi, Billy, the late Robin Williams, I studied them to the point that I started my own, really, the typewriter from like the 1940s is so distraction. But I started my own talent show called Student Relief to raise money for the homeless in South Florida.
Wow.
I wrote you all personal letters. None of you wrote me back.
She didn't get it. She didn't get the note.
Yeah, I
never
had the
got
wrong
that.
address. at the
Yeah.
time,
Maybe.
but I did try.
Oh,
Yeah, but
amazing.
you know, one of the things you write about, we talk about Robin, is the folks who came to see Book of Mormon. That's how I met you the first time.
It's a hilarious show. Oh, my God.
But there was one in particular who meant the most to you, and
That was
tell
Robin
us.
Williams.
Yes.
Robin was.
He wrote him back.
Robin. Oh God, there he is. Robin. It's hard to talk about Robin.
Yes, it is.
Robin was an unbelievable inspiration for me as a kid. I saw a movie called Aladdin, and him as the genie. I turned to my mom and I said, "I want to do that one day." Similarly, when I saw you in The Lion King, the power of these comic performances in these movies inspired me to want to do this. And I got to tell that to Robin. And he and I were living in the same building at the time. And every day we would come from our shows, me, Book of Mormon, him, Bengal Tiger, which is why he had that giant beard. And he would do a 10-minute Robin Williams routine for
Hilarious.
me every time we would get back.
That is great.
And it was the most beautiful, inspirational, and invigorating thing ever. He wanted to give me his bicycle. He was a bike addict. And he wanted to give me his bicycle at the end. And I looked at him and I said, "Robin, look at me. What the hell will I do with a bicycle?" And I didn't take it, and I regret it to this day.
Yeah, wow.
Love the man desperately, miss him every day.
Me too.
I know.
We all miss him. He was the most natural comedian that ever lived, I think.
That ever lived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So In God We Trust is out now, and members of our audience are going home with a copy.